Hey y'all, I have no idea why that joint stopped just now. Something had happened. I'm glad I saw it before I walked out of the room, but it basically it jammed up and it locked up, but we're back in action. Give me a couple minutes and we will be getting back to the next game. All right, I am back, and I also have been able to grab me a pain pill, but it's tooth, so I should be pretty okay going forward. Let's see the story room prep. I was supposed to get 6 touches to Joe Bento. I didn't do that, but we beat the crap out of this game. So let's see what they got to say. Solid win today. What do you say made it a success? A win is the ultimate success in the league as our players did what was necessary to win. All the credit goes to their determination. Okay, on to next week, and the trade deadline is still on. That boy Cross is back. I see you, Cross. I see you, Cross. Okay, let's see where you stand stats-wise. And will we complete the contract? I think 50 is the max. That boy Cross has retired from high school football. Licensed his quarterback isn't right in the head and wants to throw at the other team, other plays. Said he retired him. Retire him and start over. I hear that. Okay, so I'm going to take the 35 we have coaching-wise, and I'm going to put that to some offensive plays because I noticed the offensive play sheet was a little repetitive. So we're going to go ahead and get us... I'm not really a gadget guy. Let's go with a wide slot play sheet. Bring that up, and then that'll give us more because I noticed that I don't have that many play sheets. I wasn't really paying attention to the play sheet, which I should have been. Okay. All right, now let's check the stats. That boy Cross wants 2,000 yards. I don't know how close he is to that, but we can go and check. He has 1,281 yards. Okay, so that means that Cross, I do not have, 1 second. I do not have TikTok pulled up. So whatever comment you're going to make, you're going to have to make that in the, what's the name? You're going to have to make that in the chat. Wait, and wants to throw it the other team the other way. Yeah, I saw that one. Hold on. Let me grab. Where is my charger? Here's that. Oh, here it is. All right. Plug my phone up so that way I can keep going without having to stop, charge my jack. All right. So for Cross to get 2,000 yards, he would basically have to get somewhere around, what, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 700 yards in one game. The all-time record, let's check and see what Cross holds as all-time records. Okay, in a season, Cross holds, in a game, Cross holds, it wasn't a rookie game, what was it? It was, I thought Cross got this. 2025. I thought Cross, didn't you just break this, Cross? Like most touchdowns in a game or something like that? That don't make sense. Oh, you know what it did? That's in a year. That's the record books for the year. So we have to probably wait until the year ends. Okay, so you would need about 700 yards. Did I get snubbed? I'm trying to understand. It couldn't have operated that way because the record book has to, because right now it said, okay, it updated my 71 touchdowns, right? Let me see. Because you had 7 touchdowns. That's what I'm trying to understand why it wouldn't list you. In a season is different because I don't know how many you have in a season so far. But in a game, it says the tight end is still listed at 6, which is weird because you had damn near 9, didn't you? And then rookie season is different, and rookie doesn't matter. Go to Thunderbirds. Okay, so first off, you have most receiving yards in a game, but he is still registered to have most receiving touchdowns. Okay, we're gonna go again. He got 6. We going for 7. And we also got to get the yards. So hey, it is what it is. Players ready to negotiate. Who's that? Jeremiah Trotter. Um, Will Abdul Carter doesn't want to be here. So what that means is there's a possibility that you have to just throw straight deep routes to me next game. I got you all day. Gets deep route. Uh, Abdul Carter does not want to be here, but it's the same for Jeremiah Trotter, and he was drafted a Philadelphia Eagle. So I'm not gonna let that make me go into trading people or something. As far as upgrades, let's go to Joe Mentos Life. Let's do man to man. Man to man is always important. Are we playing one more? One more, man. I'm playing period. I might end up taking the cam off and putting up an Eagles picture or something and just keep going. But we're gonna put in some time here. We're gonna get at least one more. I'm about to play one more. Let's go with Panesul could go with 99 power. That's 99 is power. Mateo, let's put this on power. He has this. Well, no, you know what? What is he better at? Okay, he has good speed. He has more finesse than he has power. Okay. So let's put it on finesse. That would mean speed rusher, not nose tackle or power. So speed rusher. So we have a speed defensive tackle. Okay. And then we got the Saints up next. Okay, now, like I said, I didn't see anything that showed me throughout the roster. I think Tua can possibly be traded for a younger quarterback, somebody that has a better route, because for him to not even be at 80 changes me wanting him on the roster. So that's different. Halfbacks are good, fullbacks are good. Wide receiver is cool. I like having T-Mac at tight end, that way I can still have him on the team and stuff like that. He can grow. Left tackle's good. In my opinion, Landon Dickerson was good in the last game. I saw some holes there, but I don't think it was because Chris Lindstrom wasn't there. I think it was just the way I was rolling out of the pocket in a sense and dropping back too far. Because we can add up the yards and just straight up throws. It doesn't have to be 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. It can be 20, 10, 30, 40 type thing. And then Will Anderson, I didn't really see him put any real pressure on anybody, but the line was collapsing on everybody in that game. Yeah, I would say run with it because the only position that you can weak at that you could use somebody at is Sam. As far as a linebacker, that's why I went and got JOK. But if you really looked at it, he's a good one. Cody, in case somebody got hurt. I'm pretty sure you can't send nobody down to the practice squad, but you can call somebody up. So the only person I would say, and then I don't feel comfortable having just 5 cornerbacks out there because that means if one of them gets hurt and a free safety gets hurt, that means somebody has to play, top side injured. And then from the defensive tackle room, could I do without Dexter Lawrence or put somebody else in his position? Yes. I mean, Mateo is basically almost a 99, and he's also about to be 30 going into his 9th year. So I could get I'm thinking that I could get a package for him, and then, I could bring Vita back, I could bring Vita back. 1 second. Oh, I gotta check that movie out. Shout out to my family. They're watching. I don't know. Don't ruin it for me, but I do want to watch that Predator: The Badlands joint. That joint's pretty nice. I saw the trailer for it. I mean, I want to see, my Predator, but it'd be nice to see him in more of a he's not the most dominant standpoint. Yeah, so what I was saying was Mateo, everybody else is more speed. Dexter Lawrence is more the slow one, so he can't really hunt down a quarterback. And then also at the same time, he's just, not to say he's in it for himself, but he's basically in it for himself because of the fact that he's a non-category. Whereas where Vita's a 94, because he's on the team that's probably not winning as much. And also at the same time, he's a mentor. So that mentor is going to help everybody else, I think, max out to 99. Like I can maybe get Mateo up to maybe 97, 98 before he retires, and maybe Jordan Davis to maybe clear 90 before we get there. As far as what I would be losing, it would just be exchanging a defensive tackle for a defensive tackle. And then as far as when it comes to Abdul Carter, I could always put Will Anderson in his position. And then, because, I mean, is Will at the same point where he doesn't want to be here either? Because we can replace a lot of people. Okay, so neither one of them want to be here. So I would say we can draft out. I'm not talking about getting into a trade. I'm talking about like, you know, like none of those like back and forth trades. I'm just like straight up, what's the prospects looking like? Okay, so they ain't got no edge rush. Oh, now I see why he coming at their negotiation that way, because he know ain't no edge rushers coming out. Well, they got some round one talents. They got a top 5 edge rusher. And then, Jesus, the right edge rusher is done. So basically there's about 6 edge rushers this year. And after that, you got to work on them. So, and they may not be what those guys are right off the bat. I say pay him whatever and keep him. Sometimes you got disgruntled players and it matters now, and then his morale will be through the roof when we go into the playoffs or something. All right, so where are we at here? Saints game, gotta get Grabboy across about 700 yards. Rivalry week, game of the week with the Giants. The Lions are playing the 49ers. Carlton Davis is now a part of the Rams. See their computer trades in the background. Princeton, don't need him. Green Bay Packers, 4 touchdowns, 283 yards. Manny Taylor beat Justin Herbert and the Chargers. I see you, Manny. Manny ain't been on the Chiefs 1 minute, and he already done beat them niggas. 37-20. Oh, but your right guard got hurt in the game. That's crazy. I just wanted to see something because he's not on the Ravens anymore. So, but I don't want to trade for like Ravens. Patrick Mahomes, Roquan's in his 9th year. AJ Terrell, is AJ Terrell? I have cornerbacks all day. Oh yeah, you had DK Metcalf. Well, I mean now that you're gone. Roquan and Decon. Who would be worth Roquan and DK? Let me see something. And first of all, that would be at least 2 people. Let me think on that. Because, I mean, that'd be a nice switch. Roquan at middle linebacker. And then I could take one of the balls I got and switch them to Sam. I would probably get like a year or 2 out of him. And then DK, I could throw him at wide receiver. And go ahead and put the tight end on the practice squad for Dexter Lawrence and Abdul Carter. Because when you look at it, Roquan only wants highest offer, historic championships, and record. So he's going to extend. And then DK wants big market, scheme fit, and franchise quarterback. So either way, he'll ascend. And then his age is 29, because he's not 30 yet. So Roquan would be there, and then Will would go to right, and then the young bull wouldn't be able to elevate because you would be doing 2 and 2. So you would have to do 1 and 1. They're actually older when you look at it. Let's see. And then you would also be sending Dexter Lawrence and Abdul Carter to Patrick Mahomes' new team. Let me see something. Instead of worrying about it from a person for person trade, is DK hurt? Okay, let me see something. How much do y'all value all these players? Because there's no left and edge rushers coming, but defensive tackles can be replaced in other positions like linemen. So, what about for 27? Too light? 21. Is Roquan Smith and DK Metcalf? I know I was missing for a week, but you told me to remind you in February about Ahmad. Oh yeah, that is true. Let me say here. Let me go to the notes to confirm that. That is true, Adam. You are right. You are right. I just need to know when I missed the dates because you said you missed a. Yeah, I know you missed a week or so, so you just have to put in at least a couple days, but you ain't gotta put in no weeks or nothing like that. I'm just trying to find a note. When did you tell me about that? I know your name should be listed here. I know it's not that far out. That's 2025. Was it last year? Let me see. Hold on one second. What the heck? Hold on one second, y'all. Let me turn this off. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, y'all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm not going anywhere. Not shut down the stream. Just give me 1 second. I'm back, y'all. I didn't forget about y'all. I'm back. I didn't forget. Give me 1 second here. I had to go and, let's just say, downstairs and made my way back amongst the house. I am back now. Give me 1 second. Can't see the chat. Gotta pull up the chat. Can't see the chat. Wait. Still not showing me the chat. 1 second. Okay. All right. There you go. Now, I can see that chat. Let's pull up the chat here. Okay. All right. Adam, yo. What's going on with you, yo? What's going on with you? Okay. Now, what I was saying was, because Roquan and DK, when you look at the wide receivers, DK going into his 30th year, but at the same time, he's one of my favorites. What I could do if I do get him is I could send, because we don't want to go to 7 wide receivers again. So maybe what we could do is we could turn DK Metcalf into a tight end as well. He said you were checking my mind. Oh, yeah, that's true. I was checking on my request before I got out of here. I just rushed back to the bank. Let me see. Well, you know what? Let me just fly back to, say, because I know it was before 2014, 2024, so. Okay, that was many. Let's see here. Okay, I have it right here. Double check name. Yep, same name. January 7th, and today is what? It's past the 7th? All right, so like you said, you missed a week and everything like that. He said it's early January, late. I got you. I found a letter. It had no icon next to it. When I made it, I started doing this new thing this year where I put icons next to stuff. So let me go ahead right here, and let me get you an icon. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give it a couple more days, nothing major, not like weeks, right? A couple more days to at least let me talk to at least 2 moderators. You have already passed the time period that you had to do. So let me talk to a couple moderators and see how they feel about adding another mod. As long as they check off at least 2 in here. If 2 are in here, I don't know, because I've been on for a while. Like, I know I was on for like 3 hours earlier. And then I've been on for, I don't know, I think like an hour now. And then I'm not really shutting it down right now. So basically, let me check with at least 2 of them. And if they go, yeah, there's not been a problem or blah, 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 whatever I ask them, then yeah, we can do that in the next couple of streams here this week. Yeah, what I was saying was, with Elliot can actually, everything's green about Elliot, right? And then T-Mac is just the highest offer. So T-Mac is basically here because of the money, in a way. So if you wanted to, he's a future starter, and then DK Metcalf's the same way. Not a problem, Adam. Also, but keep in touch, though, man. Keep coming to the streams and stuff like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know everybody can't stay in for a 4-hour stream, but at least show yourself presence. That way I know you still are active and stuff. That way I know you haven't, lost your privileges to profiles and things like that. Let's see here. I know with Roquan... What the hell? Oh, I know with Roquan Smith, And you know what? No, Dexter Lawrence and Abdul Carter's untradeable. But I know with Roquan Smith, he'd make a nice pickup at middle linebacker. I feel like what you could do is maybe swing. Um, you could send Logan or Leon because they're both 82s and they're both going to be superstars. So you could swing him to say Sam linebacker, and basically put Roquan Smith in his place in the middle, giving you another great linebacker to play subs with, and then with DK as far as a wide receiver to kind of make space for him. I also feel like the Chris Lindstrom trade might need to be reversed because I felt like Landon Dickerson's doing his thing, right? But I felt like there was a certain level of protection that came with them that I wasn't really seeing in this ass game, so I'm going to see how it works. But yeah, and then we were also running. How many tight ends do we have in the practice squad? Do we have any on the practice squad? Hold on, before we make a trade of that magnitude. Do we have any tight ends on the practice squad? None? Okay. So what that means is basically are there even any tight ends that are practice squad eligible out there? Like, or is it that okay, the only practice squad eligible tight ends are like 68 level tight ends. This dude's a normal and a 68. He is like the emergency backup. Luke Lacey. My nigga Luke. Do you have the YouTube chat pulled up? Oh, crap. My bad, Adam. I did not see that. Now I do. Thanks for that. And yeah, I'm going to lay it up where I can read that as well. Hold on. Yeah, I got it near me where I can read that as well. Like I said, I just need to get another cord for my tablet. I like using the official ones because I don't want anything to happen. Let me ask you this. When it comes to tight ends, right, who is a young tight end that I could spend a first-round pick on to possibly put him on the practice squad? Like, is there a young, not T-Mac, because T-Mac is really a wide receiver. Tyler Warren can go to the practice squad, and I did trade it. I'm gonna go switch over to YouTube. All right, I got it open over there. Let's go with say trading Tyler Warren for a first, because Tyler Warren actually worked out as a pretty good player. He wanted to be here type thing. So let's see if a far off first. Oh, that's a lot of picks in 30, but there's no first there. Let's go with a first and 29. Okay. How about a first and 29 and a second and 30? First, second, 4, because I don't want to spend $100 doing it. 1, 2, 3 over 2 years. And we got Tyler Warren back. Okay, so now that solves that problem, right? Of basically having a tight end that cannot take over if something happens. You can elevate him from the practice squad. Now with the DK Metcalf thing, Luigi, yo, shout out to Luigi, man, moderator. Welcome to the stream, man. How long you been live? About almost 4 or 5 hours. Well, no, I shouldn't say 5. About 4 hours, 4.5 hours, something like that. I was live for about, I want to say somewhere around 2.5, 3 hours, and then something happened where it cut off, and then I cut it back on, and also everything's live on YouTube if you wanted side angle or wanted to catch up with something. All right, so the T-Mac switching to tight end thing, you know how like tight ends can take a hit coming across the middle? I doubt that he can do that. So it's smarter to move him back to a wide receiver standpoint, right? He's on the team, but he's not going to be. How do you make your own team? Is that franchise? So in franchise, how it works is you want to go to what's the name of that thing there? You want to go to I'll show you what it is. You want to come down here to this manage team. No, excuse me, I'm sorry. You want to come to GM office,
and you would have come down to relocate or rebuild. And this section will be different. Like I can't do it because I moved already. I moved the Philadelphia Eagles over here. So you just go there. Hold on 1 second. I think I'm gonna go get another mic later too. Um, I'm doing good, but my body is getting sore from all the baseball practices. Bruh, my my knee from like old just work injuries type and just work in general and weightlifting basically then started causing issues. But I feel better now. I can't lie. I feel better now than I did in past days. Oh, so what I was telling, because somebody had asked someone to help the community. So yeah, in this section, you just hit relocate and you can go anywhere you want to go. Lopez said, "Yo, I'm the Tokyo Condors. My franchise is so fun with my 5 friends. That's what's up." He said, "I'm gonna have 5 practices in 2 days a week and 4 practices in a row." Well, are y'all making not a problem, Shane? Are y'all making wins, Luigi? I got a quarterback in the 5th round that was 71 overall, and now he's a 95 overall sophomore. That's what I'm talking about. Lopez out here developing. Lopez, welcome to 51 Dynasties community. Welcome to one of the best online communities available today, where you are appreciated. Thank you for your support, and welcome into the group. I hope you're enjoying the stream, man. Okay, so here's the thing. Tyler Warren and Elliott Hankins are very good tight ends. Like their morale is up. I don't know if they both love being here. Let me see. Well, Tyler loves, yeah, he loves the highest. He wants to make money, and he wants to get scheme fit, and his morale is up. T Mac morale is up as well, but it's kind of deep on the wide receiver part. No games haven't been played yet, but his ball starts soon. I'm doing an Arizona Cardinals rebuild, but I'm gonna relocate them. That's right. Let's see where Dat Boy Cross relocates these Cardinals. Luigi said no games have been. Oh, and then also I can ask two of y'all right now, right? And then the last part will just be looking into the profile. I'm gonna give y'all a name real quick. Luigi and that boy while y'all in here, right? I don't know if he's still in here. Adam, if you in here, type something. But I'm gonna type his name in the chat, and I want you to just basically look it up and see, cause I don't know you guys' interactions in chat. Basically, if there's been no sort of problem or nothing like that, because it's not like a background check or nothing. But that's his name that he was using in chat. He might still be in here, right? He asked to be a mod about a month ago, and he's been back and forth in the community. Hasn't really had a problem. Yeah, he says he's just on YouTube. So yeah, he's been back and forth on the community. Hasn't really been a problem or anything like that. So he needs a 2 check off because that's the new system we have. So it's basically like 2 mods would say yes, and then the last step would be me going into his profile just to make sure there's no obscene stuff that I'm missing because I'm live right now. I'm not actually able to go to it, and then after that, we would make him a mod in the next stream. So it requires at least 2 of y'all, or at least 2 to say something. So when y'all get back to me, let me know, and then we'll take the next step here. Uh, okay, yeah. So with the T Mac thing, T Mac is basically 6 string wide receivers and 90. It's from weekly training. Okay. Let's see here. That boy Cross Kitten, that's of course a yes. He always says no to everybody. If it was up to that boy Cross, he'd be the only one by himself. Just one guy, mining, one guy manning 8,000 dudes. You know? Yeah, I know. I knew you was good, that boy Cross. I was saying if it was up to that boy Cross, he'd be one man. Okay, all right. So let me write that down. Let me go write it in the notes, Adam. That you basically, I just need to. When I'm done, I'll look up your profile. Right. Let me right here. Just check. Okay, so all we have to do, right, is I'm gonna check your profile today. Right, I have made a note of it. Today I'm gonna check your profile. He's on YouTube. Let me make sure I got the chat right here. Okay. I'm gonna make a note of your profile. Excuse me. I'm gonna go, check out your profile, make sure everything's cool, and then after that, basically, what's gonna happen is in the next stream, as long as everything's alright and there's no like, you know, unresponsible stuff that we can't be associated with or nothing in your chat or nothing, then in the next stream, when you come in, we would just make you a mod near, and then you would go from there. So, last step basically, and that's not like a month's thing. That's like basically, what's today? Thursday. Wait, what's today? Today's Thursday. 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty sure I'm live tomorrow. If I'm not, that has nothing to do with your mod chip. So basically, let's say I told you tomorrow I'm gonna make you a mod and stuff like that, and basically, oh well, tomorrow. Let's say because tonight I'm looking at your profile, and let's say that tomorrow I was gonna make you a mod, but I don't go live. What I would do is make you a mod anyway, and just message you that I made you a mod. So it's not one of those things where I'm gonna like put you in a position where if I don't go live, you don't become a mod. Let's see here. Shane Meyer, welcome to the 51 Dynasty community. Welcome to one of the best online communities available today, where you are appreciated. Thank you for your support, and welcome into the group. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I ain't in the stream. No, we good. With T Mac, T Mac is younger and he also is a superstar. DK is, Roquan would probably be a good fit but then I would be sending a tight end down in a practice squad in a situation where I might not be able to. So, let's see something here. Let's see here. If you move somebody, you gotta make a space for somebody. Dexter Lawrence, I feel like as a young squad, as like some young 20-year-olds type thing, they can make it happen from that position already. I feel like Dexter Lawrence could probably get you, Roquan Smith. May not make the stream tomorrow because I'm going to my grandmother's for my mother's birthday dinner. Okay, first of all, happy birthday to her. And second of all, that's understandable. You already gave me your opinion. Y'all already gave me your opinion already, so. Oh, wait, hold on real quick. I can't see the chat. It says create. Oh, there it is. I can't see it. I had it the wrong angle. There it is. I can see it. Who is a big player that I... Oh, you know what? I have a backup quarterback. I have a backup cornerback on the practice squad. And what's the cornerback room looking like? I have a lot of first round picks. So what's the practice squad excuse me. What's the prospect list of cornerbacks looking like? They're gonna be good this year? Okay. They have 3 round 1 cornerbacks, all man to man, and then they have 3 round 1 through 2 talents, 1 man, 1 zone, and 1 man. The play recognition isn't all that great. These guys have good play recognition, pretty B's in play recognition, but they're not round 1 talents. So I would say, and you can't convert a free safety into a cornerback, but you could also go into, he said do Gordon. Where'd you get Gordon from? Oh, you mean in the prospects list? Hold on, let me go back. Said Gordon. Oh, Gordon around round 1. Terrell Gordon catching. Wait, that's a cornerback? Catching is A to B. Man coverage is A to B. Press is B. Zone is B. Okay. Elite, great, good. Okay. What's his play recognition? Play recognition is gonna mean a lot. Play recognition C. You can work it up. Okay, so if he's that good, then that means this whole stack right here should be pretty good. So you might be able to replace somebody like as the one I got, the boy I got from the Jets. And if that's the case, if you could replace him, the boy you got from the Jets, what I would say, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here and see if I could, cause I'm not gonna punt it, cause we're beyond punts. I only do that when it's like I made a wrong trade or something. Adam, Adam isn't here. No, it wasn't Adam. It was yeah, it was Adam. Adam has Chris Lindstrom, and I don't want to take Chris Lindstrom and don't actually give him somebody to hold his line. So what I'm going to do is first of all see if I can get Chris Lindstrom number one because he's not on the Bengals yet. So I want to give him 8 linemen. I don't want to take away from his line, but I want Chris Lindstrom, and I'm going to send him my superstar lineman that I have that's younger than Chris Lindstrom. So let's see what it would take to bring Chris back. So Chris is kind of probably immovable now. Is Chris the best person on their roster? Oh, he's the second best person on the roster. That's why. Yeah, when you trade somebody away like that, typically it can be pretty hard. But at the same time, he also is going to be. What's up with ESPN? Let's see. But he also is in need. They're in need of edge rushers. How about I have Will Anderson Jr., right? And Will can be replaced with this other ball. So how about we do I'm Browns, not Eagles. Oh, that's right. Adam is Browns, not Bengals. So how did we get to why is Chris on here again? I did a trade with them. Somebody else's Bengals. Did you know that Desmond Ritter, David Wilson? I did not know that until you just typed that. To be honest with you, I did not know that until you typed that just now. Okay, what are y'all looking for to get him back? 4 first round picks? Are you out of your mind? You want the number 3 pick, the number 5 pick, and 2 seconds? I could see 2 first round picks for him, but I'm not gonna give you like the number 3 and 5. I could see possibly a number 29 and a 27. And because I know how good he is, I can give you a second and 20, 30. And who do I have on the line now? Who's playing left and right guard? Will Anderson and all that? Will Campbell and stuff? We can move that pickup to make it work a little bit better. What are we at? 27? Move it up to 26. Okay. We can move that up to 21. Okay. 21 didn't get it done. Let's put another second. We got a lot of seconds. We can actually, do we have a second from this year? No. Okay, we put a second from that year. Okay. And then another second. Okay, fourth will probably finish it. Fourth or third will probably get it done. Okay, third didn't really make it. Probably going to have to be 3 seconds. They probably want to get a little greediness to them. All right, we got Chris Lindstrom back. Now, as much as it seems like you put out a lot to get Chris Lindstrom back, Chris Lindstrom helped me get a certain level to the pocket that I feel as though was not really there. Nothing against Landon Dickerson, but I feel like there's with Chris Lindstrom being a superstar and what's his name Quentin Nelson, it just worked better. So I'm gonna end up moving Quentin Nelson back to left guard. It's not like I'm getting rid of my man Leonard Dickerson. He's still gonna be on the squad. I'm just gonna have Quentin Nelson over him, which isn't even grimy because I used to have Landon Dickerson Uh, Before Landon Dickerson, I used to always pick up Quentin Nelson. I think he's highly underutilized on the Colts. I would bring him over and make him a right guard, frankly. Okay, so we were two over, right? The two over came from wanting to. No, so how it works. Oh, okay, he's breaking it down to you. Thank you, Luigi. Yeah, I was looking at Roquan Smith. He would make a very good lineman, even though he's older. He would make a very good lineman. Um, what I was saying was because Abdul Carter and because Will Anderson don't want to be here as far as like contracts go, like because when you come into, let me see something, you gotta look at it in a year, right? Certain people you can work around, but certain people you can't. Jeremiah tried only once, like four. I know a lot of people are gonna say it doesn't matter, right? I know a lot of people are gonna say it doesn't matter because of the fact that you got the trade down, you got the cap off. It doesn't matter. Do what you want. It doesn't work like that. How it works is Jeremiah Trotter wants $4 million, right? So let's say that he doesn't want to negotiate. So what that means is he could say he wants 4 million. I could give him 10 or 15. Cool, right? Not a problem, right? But with Abdul Carter's on the fifth year of his contract. Now next year, Abdul could say, "I want $176 million." This is what could happen. I could offer him the 176, and he still turns it down 3 times. My hand to God. And then what happens is this could be after the trade deadline or in a situation where basically, not to say I can't trade him, but in a situation where I don't have a person behind him. Okay? So that's the first thing I noticed, right? So with Abdul, as good as he is I'm not saying he's a problem in real life, but in on our team, I guess I don't know what he may want. Let me see what it is he's looking for. He's looking for a big market to go along, I guess, with everything else, right? So we have the historic championships because we've been winning, and the head coach win percentage is at 86. So he just wants a big market. It could be the market himself and things like that. I can understand, right? Now, before you go and get rid of both players, what I would say everybody else you don't have to worry about this year. That's fifth year options. So you can invest in them. T Mac, I was going to get rid of him, but I don't have to because he at least has a little bit of a shred, right? Um, Will Campbell, Tyler Warren, Jahad Campbell, and Travis Hunter all want to be here, so you're not going to have to worry about them contract wise. So now that you have a problem with Abdul and Dex, right? That's two players that can really afford you one, right? So what I would say is myself, because you have let me see, you have two wide tight ends, right? Okay, so I would say get hmm, I would say get Roquan Smith, right? For cause as wild as it is, Dexter Lawrence don't even want to go anywhere, right? Like he tripled down like it being here, but at the same time he is up for debate. So I would say because the linemen are no longer movable. Like once we saw the difference in games, if I would say with Dex and Abdul, you could move them for say just Roquan because when you look at middle linebackers, Roquan Smith is like the third best linebacker in NFL. But then when you come to the wide receiver room, I'm trying to see where DK falls. DK falls. DK didn't take a trip. He didn't take a little tumble there. Adams the Bengals. I mean the Browns. Wait, I got the chat pulled up. Did he say he's the Browns, not the Bengals? Let me see. Um, oh, Adams the Browns. Um, hmm. Adam, you in here? We need to have a conversation. I just hoop. Welcome to the 51 Dynasties community. Welcome to one of the best online communities available today where you are appreciated. Thank you for your support. And welcome into the group. I hope you're enjoying the stream, man. Adam, my question to you is, I'm trying to see where he is. He might be over there. Where is he at? He might be over here. Yeah, I think he's over here in the chat. When you get this question, because the chat may be slightly delayed. I was going to ask him. He has Marvin Harrison, who's a 90. The Vancouver Snowhawks. Ah. How about them Redwoods and them Snowhawks? Okay, let's go Ravens. I mean, and then also, for real, I mean, DK Metcalf not even the best wide receiver on the Ravens. It's like an attitude thing. When you look at it, like everything's down. Like his awareness is less than Zay Flowers. His catching is down. His catching traffic. His route running is less now. His I don't know how it affects his personality is still very nice. But it was the same problem that I kind of had when he was on our roster. And then, see, he wants a big market, which I'm surprised he doesn't feel Baltimore is, because Baltimore is a major metropolitan city. And then scheme fit, so he has a problem with their scheme as well. And then he's okay with a franchise quarterback a little bit. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes, my man. What more do you want? So it's kind of like he's technically like a problem in a sense. And then with Roquan Smith's amazing, but Roquan's going into his 10th year. To trade somebody like Dexter Lawrence, who is clearly at the top of his position right now, for DK Metcalf, I mean, for Roquan Smith in his 10th year would be a lot. But I'd say I would put a trade in there for him and see. Okay, Adam. Oh, yeah, I noticed that there's no setting with that. That's just the way YouTube gets down. Like there's a split of how it works. Uh, yeah, I could see throwing out a first and seeing how attached to Roquan they are. Running low on first. I used to have a lot. Got a lot of seconds though. Okay. Is Roquan Smith worth the 26 pick? Yes, he is. What are y'all looking for? Don't I have like a rookie center or something like that? I believe I have a rookie center that's in the practice squad. He should be pretty good, right? What? I thought I picked up a rookie center. There was a rookie young ball center. Uh, 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 Where is he? There he is. Deron McDougal. 1 year in the league, already at 84. BTW Landon. Shout out to my moderator, BTW Landon. Welcome to the stream, man. He said, I just missed 180 parlay for 1 point. Oh, my God. If you could pick up a young center like McDougal for like a first round pick or something or less and put him in, he's already a top 5 center. He's looking for historic championships, which we have, and head coach win percentage. So he could be pretty good. You could maybe plug and play him this year and trade Lindenbaum for Roquan. So, and then you also have to clear 2 spots. So how about for a first? Is he worth a 27? I believe so. 26. 26 and a third and 30. 26 and a second and 29. Ooh, about to pick him up. 1, 2, 4. All right. And just got a young rookie center who is amazing. Let's see how he stacks up to the roster. Okay, he comes in, his morale automatically goes up, which shows me his morale was down because of the fact that he was on a bad team. He loves our historic championships and he loves our historic record, our team record. He just doesn't have the mentor to position. So now what we can do is Tyler Lindenbaum, who's been in the game for 5 years, because we got to get rid of two people. I mean, we could keep both just to be stronger at the line, but I think what I would say is we trade Will Anderson Jr. I say we trade Will Anderson Jr. and let Nolan Smith step up into his spot. I say we trade Will Anderson Jr. and you got to get rid of with the 18th pick the Redwoods select Ty Robinson, Ty Simpson, quarterback Alabama. Or you can go with the Redwoods, huh? How many is it again? It's 3. Oh yeah, I got some people. Okay, so young ball, a backup center is nice, but typically you don't need a backup center to run them. You know, when you have linemen and stuff. Um, Lindenbaum's young, and then I think he wants to be here, if I'm not mistaken. 2 out of the 3. To get Roquan, T Mac wants to be here, right? T Mac, you know, I was having the same issue there. There was somebody in here that had oh, I know what it was. Adam, I meant to ask you. That's what I meant to ask you about. I meant to ask you about Nakobe Dean. Yeah, yeah. I want to have that conversation about Dean. Yeah. Let me see how he's doing over there with you. Dean's your second linebacker. Uh, Blaine Goodwin. Welcome, welcome, welcome to 51 Dynasties community. Welcome to one of the best online communities available today, where you are appreciated. Thank you for your support and welcome into the group. I hope you're enjoying the stream, man. All right, he'll see it and we'll get to that trade eventually if it's off. So what you giving up? Oh, let's see here. Let me see how Nakobe's doing before I enter into a trade where he's not. How about well, you know what? How about this? You got Nakobe Dean, right? He's 26 years old. He's a normal, and he's rated as number 18, right? How about I upgrade it a little bit at the position, and I give you Keegan Leon, who's only been in the league a year and is a superstar at 23 years old. He is ranked as number 14. So he's actually 4 points higher than Nakobe Dean. And whereas Nakobe's a normal, he's a superstar. So it's up to you. What do you think? No picks included. Like, I'm not going to try to get any picks. Just straight up player for player. All right, let's see if the computer let us do it. I'm over it. Come on over. Okay. And then let's do Nakobe Dean. Straight up. All right. Deal done. So it was a pleasure doing business with the Thunderbirds. Always a pleasure doing business with the Browns. Okay, is he the best guy over there? Let me see. I want to see how he worked, how his mentals and stuff. Let me see. Oh, he came right in. Look, let me see what his morale's still up. Motivations is different, but it won't matter. You got your nice young 23. I think he's going to be back. It's going to help your defense, seriously. Nakobe's back in the building. Big Nakobe's back. Big Nakobe's back in the building. At 26 years old, Big Nakobe's back. Okay, all right, Luigi, you have a good rest of your night, man. Thank you for being a part of the stream, and I'll see you in the next stream, man. You be safe out there. It's cold out there, man. You be safe. I have a question. How many cornerbacks do most teams have? Okay, so most teams have backup free safeties and strong safeties instead of backup cornerbacks, instead of extra cornerbacks. So most teams carry those. I would say because the cornerback room this year, excuse me, I would say because the cornerback room this year is going to look mighty trash. I mean, I would take a. They're not trying to trade Roquan Smith, so I mean, yeah, you could trade a Tyler Lindenbaum, but it says that we have to trade two people. So what I would say is it should be like Roquan's. Like it shouldn't even be a Roquan Smith because Roquan Smith may only play like another year or two. Uh, what I would say is it should be. I would. What I would do is I would trade. I would trade. Let me. You know what? Let me look it up. Can you call up a player in Madden franchise? I can just ask it. Can you call up a player from Madden franchise practice squad during the playoffs? Let's see here. It says yes, you can call up or sign players from the practice squad to your main roster during the playoffs in Madden franchise, provided the practice squad ceiling is enabled. Oh, okay. So what that means is when we make the, I figured that's what was going on. So when practice squad is disabled, for me to be able to protect all my players, I have to leave practice squad stealing off, so that way when players are eliminated, when teams are eliminated, they can't steal from my roster. So basically, whoever's on the practice squad will not be playing this season. So what I'm thinking is the center ball, I'd rather put him on the practice squad and then see what I, cause like Tyler is actually like ready to go right now, right? And you know I'm not gonna like, I was gonna trade him out for Roquan Smith. Now we have to do two people, so I would say it should at least be one of those centers, and then you can't call up anybody, so I would say um because you can't call up anybody, I would say keep the extra cornerback because then you would have to sign a cornerback from the practice squad or something. Um, but you're gonna have to get rid of two regardless. So you could do Tyler Lindenbaum and Thomas for Roquan and be down one. But then, you know, that's the weird part. I didn't know they put that in there. That's a new one. Uh, how about See, that's where the wide receiver part too. That's where one to keep T Mac is not really helping me. So how about I'd rather see him somewhere where he's gonna like make an impact, not somewhere where he's just there. He said, "Can I see what my team looks like?" The Browns. Okay. Uh, so far from a roster build, the top parts are Sauce Garner, Miles Garrett, Derek Brown, Goblin, Galloway, who's now 92, Campbell, Harrison, Goblin, Ward, Aubrey, Judkins, O'Neal, Umbuke, Phillips, Judy, Sampson, Carson, Blankenship, Jones. Everybody, you got a good roster going there, man. You don't get down into really the 70s to the last set of the team, to be honest. Looks pretty good. Said trade Judy, he blows. You mean Jerry Judy or Judkins? You mean Jerry Judy? Yeah, I don't control that because I'm over a person. I can do that in the off season, but I can't do it now because I'd have to bring in somebody. The Vancouver Snowhawks send Michael Wilson some picks to Carolina for Damian Lewis. I will remember to do that. Remind me to do that with y'all. And then I could also, not to say injure, but I can bench him for the rest of the year. So if I bench Jerry Judy, you would have about, the only reason why I don't want to make him a punter and bench him for the rest of the year is because then you would only have these 4 or 5 wide receivers. So y'all might have him there just in case somebody gets hurt. So in the off season, if he's still there, I'll take care of it. Um, yeah, like I said, I like to see T Mac go somewhere where he what do you call it? I like to see T Mac go somewhere where he can actually do something. And then there's nothing. Well, I shouldn't say there's nothing, but there's nowhere that you have where. I mean, you have a defensive tackle that's pretty good. I always did want Chase Galloway. What does Chase look like? This is a little speed to him. Uh, who's the center on your squad? Okay, so hmm. Okay, so I have a. All right, Adam. I have a. I have another possibility. Let me look at your roster one more time. Let me see something. Okay. Um. So this is. Hold on one second, y'all. Ah, my kneecaps. Ugh. Let me change these recorder settings, and I will be right back.
All right, I'm back. We are transitioning into the night stream. Hold on one second here. And that's right, I'm back. Adam, I got some questions about that trade. 1 second. Because I was able to, I don't know if I told y'all the hard drive story. If you didn't hear the hard drive story, be sure to go back to YouTube's playback for the hard drive story of how we almost lost the season. Thank God we didn't. I ain't never plugging that hard drive up again. But we almost lost the whole season. I'm not talking about like just the season. I'm talking all the players and everything. But luckily we didn't. But I was preparing for it. I was setting up to do it all over again if I had to. And then luckily it worked where I didn't have to do that. All right, cool. So that way we can keep some good light so y'all don't think I'm just in here. Oh, crap. 1 second. That way I don't think I'm in here and I'm not using the cam and stuff. This is my new light. Oh, crap. This is my new light so we can hang out tonight. Adam, you in here? Adam said he was in here. He said, all right, bet. I'll make sure he's still in here. I don't do trades with people unless they're present. Adam might have had to go do something. Okay, so let's see about Bengals. Plus, we already banged out a trade anyway. Who did the Bengals have that I was looking at? They had somebody. Bengals had somebody that. Let's see. Oh, Burris. Oh yeah. The 2-person. The 3-person thing. Yeah, we was in that 3-person thing. Tua is just here till the end of the season. How about, let me see something. There's some pretty good quarterbacks. Is the quarterback still on Jets? Oh, you mean that one boy they had, what was his name? Something Stafford or something? Carmichael. Carmichael's there. Carmichael, Miller, and Shepard. Okay, so Tua's like a third string quarterback now, and he's a franchise quarterback, but he's still a third string quarterback. My opinion was I felt like if there was ever a situation where I got hurt and Jalen Hurts got hurt, I doubt that it would be the type of thing where neither one of us could go in the game. I mean, we might not be able to like scramble, but I'm pretty sure we could still play. I was going to say, with there always being free agent quarterbacks available, at bare minimum, we would have to just make it through that game. But we're young. When you look at it, Jalen's only 29 and I'm only 22. So I was going to say, if you put Tua Tagovailoa together with possibly Tyler Lindenbaum, you might be able to get Roquan Smith. But then the problem is you still got to get rid of 2. So what I would say is, because you don't need Tyler Lindenbaum, right, now that you have McDougal, right? I would say trade Lindenbaum and well, now that we have Nakobe Dean back too, I would say Lindenbaum definitely and Tua. And then what you could look to do is with Sam, number 1, with JOK, he's on the Bengals. Okay, so that's who I sent over there. Was JOK, and Lovisius Chenault is on the the Raiders. So let's see if you can first of all pull a trade for Chenault. Let's see what they would want for him. Quentin Nelson, first round pick, or Devontae Smith. I'm not giving you a 3 or a 5, but I would be willing to say give you a 29 first. Okay, not enough? Okay, how about a 27 first this year? Okay, 27 first this year and a 3rd round pick in 30. Okay, 1st round pick this year, 4th round pick this year. Okay, let's do 1st round pick this year, 3rd round pick 29.
Okay. Oh, phone just took a dive. Let's do third round pick as well this year too. 2/3 and a first. Okay, linebackers are super rare right now. So what I would say is to add. Let's see how he's been developing. Okay, his play recognition is good. His zone coverage isn't all that good. But his motivation and tags are nice. Historic championships, warm record, and historic championship. So he would fit in well and develop well. They're looking for a wide receiver. They're looking for a quarterback number one, so we could always hit him with say Tua, right? And go 1-1. Okay, so let's do Tua and a third. Tua and a fourth. Tua and 2/4. Tua and 2/3. Tua 2/3 and a fourth from 29. I'll take that. Linebackers are harder to find than quarterbacks, especially 79 quarterbacks. Leo Chenal is the number two left Sam linebacker in the NFL. He likes our historic championships, the warm weather state, and historic record. So he's gonna develop well. So he's good. So we're good now at linebacker. So we don't actually need Roquan Smith. So we don't need to make that trade, and we were able to stay younger. Now we lost a quarterback in the trade, but I'm not worried about that because I think I'm gonna start running 2 quarterback high, where it's just 2 quarterbacks, and then if something happens, basically, oh man, I think this is charged where I can unplug this. I'm gonna start running 2 quarterback high where if something happens, oh it wasn't running. I'm gonna start running 2 quarterback high where if something happens to the quarterback, then I'll just sign him from the free agency instead of keeping somebody on the roster. Because now, not having Tua there puts me into a spot where let's see, because like I said, once the season's over, it's over. So let's go with now with T Mac. Like I said, T Mac's a great wide receiver. You know, young up and coming Polynesian wide receiver. I would love to keep him on the roster, but at the same time, the tight end is more important because basically a tight end like Tyler Warren, he can be a wide receiver or a tight end, and so can Elliott Hankins, whereas T-Mac can only be a wide receiver. So number one, T-Mac is on the trade block. Then you have Tyler Lindenbaum, who actually is over top of McDougal, but when you look at it, McDougal can actually go to the practice squad. So what I would say is, because he's in his first year and he can't really object, and also you have 2 of the 3, I would say number one, let's just straight up send him to the practice squad number one. You don't trade away a Lindenbaum if you don't have to right now. So I would say with somebody like this Will linebacker, is he going to be a superstar? He has very good pass coverage. Okay, let's see. Very good pass coverage, and his progression, what's his ratings looking like? Okay, his play recognition is pretty good. Okay, he's coming along. He don't have a lot of power moves, and his block shedding is pretty bad. So he's mainly going to be out there to try to catch interceptions and tackle tight ends. So I could see, and then he's 22 years old. So I would say unless he's going to be a superstar, I would move on from him, to be honest. No, he's going to be a star. So I would say discard the changes, and I would say bring him up from the practice squad and send McDougal down, because McDougal signed from the practice squad, and we'll just trade him away. You know, it's kind of one of those like we could see from practice already that he's not going to make it. So, or not, he's not going to make it. He's just not developing the way we want him to. So let's move McDougal down to the practice squad. And then we know, okay, now we should be at the same number of 3, but we know that the trade is now going to be T-Mac and what's his name? Where did he come from? T-Mac and the Will linebacker. T-Mac and Barrett. And let's say T-Mac, Barrett, And the New York boys, the New York connection, we're gonna keep them. T Mac, Barrett, and it would have to be three. Would it have to be three? Yeah, it had to be three. T Mac, Barrett, and somebody. I'm trying to think of the third one. Uh, I would say Tyler Warren. If he goes to the practice squad, he's protected. But like I said, tight ends can be tight ends, but wide receivers have a hard time. Cause let me see, what's the main thing that makes a tight end like spectacular catch? I think it's mainly catching traffic is one of the main things. Let me see something here. Cause he probably has a high catching traffic, right? So he runs good routes. Catching traffic is 94. Spectacular catch is 87. So that's kind of what makes a good tight end. So let's see what the catching traffic is for T Mac. Yeah, see, he doesn't even have catching traffic elevated. His catching traffic is not even listed. So that means that, if I'm not mistaken, oh, there it is, 92. Uh, hmm. So maybe what can happen is you could send Tyler Warren down to the practice squad to protect him as a tight end. And then, because Elliot Hankins is a superstar, but he can go down to the practice squad. I would say out of the two, I would send Hankins down to the practice squad because T Mac has already beat him. So I would say send Hankins down to the practice squad, number one, and then make T Mac a tight end to put him in to give him reps so he can still get better. And then I would say you trade that Bull Barrett, and that should be three or at least two. So let's go ahead and see about moving that tight end ball Warren down to the practice. Oh, not Warren. Hankins. Let's see about moving Hankins down to the practice squad. Okay, we got to make room for him. I'd rather have a high speed tight end. Is he fast? I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, look at Tay Mac's speed. It's not 89 speed, 91 acceleration, and he can catch in traffic. So I'm like, I'd rather build him up as a tight end than let him suffer as a wide receiver that's not playing. Because everybody on practice squad is protected because I got the ceiling turned off. I notice I have a lot of wide receivers. Okay, so this wide receiver right here, what did he end up becoming? A star? Batista? What's his motivations? We can go ahead and get rid of him. Him and Barrett and the other boy can go. I'm trying to protect people on the practice squad. Just like, you know how you see at the end of the year, they be like with the Eagles and other players, they've signed these players to future contracts. That's one of those, like, they signed them to a contract, meaning they're going to either put them on the practice squad or they're going to end up, and I'm just changing his tight end position. Um, they're going to either sign them to contracts, but basically you can't sign them to a contract. You know, it's one of those, like, it protects them from being scooped up. So now you have T Mac at tight end, which makes sense. You have Tyler Warren down there, and then you work out the trade where the three people are going to be, and then that is a rotated roster I actually like myself. Okay, so not like off of, like, me making a roster. I'm saying like off of basically the people we have going into the playoffs. Okay, so we have two people on it already. Let's do the two that we know we want to do and see what we get for these two guys. Oh, there's no offers. Okay, so who's the team who's there? The new team in town is Adam's team, the Bengals. He's gonna need some help, so a good wide receiver and a will linebacker would help him. But I'm thinking also about I'm trying to think who else could use them. I would say let's help the Browns because they're a team that don't have a lot of picks and stuff. So I would say let's just do it for picks that the picks they do have, just a bunch of fifths, and we'll just go that route and they can have these dudes. All right, so we're down, like I said, to the one person. So now that we're down to the one person, I would say quarterback is good. Everything's good there. Wide receiver has been cut back down to a good number. We got T Mac as a tight end. He's already gotten better. He's almost a 90 tight end already. Left tackle's looking good. Line is back to where it was before I made any changes. Uh, D tackle's good. I would say myself, yeah. Travis Hunter, I think, in my opinion, I'm a little shocked at how he's developing, myself personally. Um, I think because of the fact that I don't know if it's because when I look at his stuff, he's a superstar now. I don't know if he was an X factor when he started. I'm not down on the kid because I liked him when he came out and stuff. Um, but when you compare his stats to say some of the other roster, right? Um, it's one of those things where basically when you look at it, he's a very good corner. He's one of the best. Okay, let's get that established. He's a top 3 cornerback in the NFL. His man coverage is great. His zone coverage is great, but his play recognition is very low, and sometimes that can hurt us, right? So I was thinking if there was anybody who could move, it could be him. But if I'm thinking smarter, right? Even though Azir Thomas has a better play recognition, Travis Hunter I like better as a person. You know, as far as like I know him more. So I think the one position because, like I said, the New York connection is staying and the linemen and everybody else is set. I would say myself, what I would say is, um, the linemen like Will Campbell and guys like that are hard to find. We're kind of at a point right now where it's going to be hard to even get on this team winning the Super Bowl. So what I would say is, uh, I'm gonna go ahead and trade Thomas away, right, and keep Travis Hunter because I like Travis Hunter that much as a player. So let's see what pops out for him. You never know who might pop out and want to trade for him. Okay, do we have any first being offered? No. Okay, I'm looking to recuperate some first. So Thomas, in my opinion, I want to see if I can grab like 2 first round picks from a team that I gave 2 first to. So let's see. They could be later first. Okay, so we got the Chargers once again, who is a family team. Shout out to my sister-in-law's husband there. Uh, let's go with these 2 picks and see if they run with it. Okay. They necessarily run with it. Let's say, what if I put those 2 picks up there, and I said Thomas and say Thomas and a 4th round pick from next year. Okay, so they want to hold on to their 2 first, which is understandable. Um, let's see, are they the only ones with 2 first? Okay, you got the Dolphins. Let's see what the Dolphins feel. Okay, they're even less inclined. So the Chargers were more. Okay, then you got the Falcons. I doubt they trade their 2 picks. Okay, they're kind of high. Let's see, Giants. Somebody sitting out there. A lot of teams do it. Okay, look at the Lions sitting out here with 3 first round picks coming up this year. Okay, what about for those 2? No? Okay. Panthers got 2. Let's see what y'all got. No? Okay. Saints. Okay, Saints got 2. Okay, we got a winner so far. How about a 5th and 30? Okay, move it up to a 4th in this year's draft. 2 fourths. 2 fourths and another 4th. 2 fourths, and let's add 2 fifths. Am I missing a 4th here or something? So we basically have a deal with the Chargers. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a free agent because that's the only thing. Like some dude from like I'm not gonna grab a guy from the practice squad because I don't want to mess anything up. But I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a free agent, and this will be the final trade of the season. Because once I play the game, the season will be over, and then it's only like 9, so I'm gonna probably play another game or so. Um, let's go with Xavier Leggett. He probably can keep me from using a lot of the fourth and the fifths, really. Um, okay, and then let's go to Trade Center, and then let's go with it was the Saints, right? We was working something out with the Saints, and then we had this pick. No, we had the 24th and the 29 going for um, Aziers, and then also there's Leggett, which will put me at 53. Okay, so I could probably use a fifth very far off to go ahead and get that done. Okay, give him a higher fifth. Hold on 1 second. I did not have my phone plugged up. I cannot believe that. All right. All right. So I think this was actually a good trade because Thomas was a good cornerback, right? But when you really look at it, like it's one of those things where it's like being a good cornerback. It's like being a good cornerback on a great cornerback room. So I think number one, what happens is you have you have basically Leggett, who was a free agent, so it doesn't matter to me, and 2 5th round picks, but you're able to get 2 1st round picks in this year's draft, so you're at least, even if they're not X factors, you're at least guaranteed 1st round talent, and you're under the draft pick, and at the same time, like when you look at the cornerback room, they're still dogs. Like you got Joe Bento's Life, you got Stingley, Quinyon Mitchell, Travis Hunter, and Cooper DeJean. And then you can't call up anybody from the practice squad room. That's what I've learned. I was wondering why you can't call people up from the practice squad room. But if it comes down to it, right? Let's say, let's say hypothetically that it comes down to it where you need a cornerback. There's more than enough serviceable cornerbacks out there that could run for one season. You know, like you could grab Rasul Douglas, or I know Rasul Douglas could hold it. Isaiah Rogers. You know, you can go deeper down in here if you wanted to go with somebody, say like Avonte Maddox, with a veteran or something. Like there's a lot of people if you had to. So what I would say is basically that was a good pick. I mean, good pick. That was a good trade in my opinion. We was able to move some people, get the line reorganized. Because I noticed if the Washington defense was getting after me on the line, it was going to be pretty hard for everybody else. So all right, so let's do Colin. This is the year 2027, and there's a lot of differences over here than normal. This isn't normal football. Not to say normal football, but this isn't the normal NFL, which the season started with. Um, so let's see here. Okay, so in a negotiation room, Jeremiah Trotter. I don't want to lose Trotter. I thought I had Trotter. Oh, I remember. Trotter got traded. Okay, let's go with a very player friendly $10 million deal. But I also feel like did I let me ask let me know something. Did I hire another Sam linebacker already? Like, do we have? Didn't I get 3 of those already? Oh, I got Chanel. Yeah, and I made Jeremiah Trotter the long snapper because his rating probably isn't going to increase till next year. That was the same thing with Nolan Smith. His record wasn't really all that good till the following year. Let's do a 7-year deal because I don't want to worry about him at all. I want him paid nice. I like him as if he's one of my favorite Philadelphia Eagles. I would say at least let's do $5 million a year and at least $2.5 million, making it $52 million over 7 years. A little bit close to almost $10 million a year. That's exactly the offer I was hoping to get. Next season will be great right there. So we good. He getting paid a good amount of money, 40, 50 million. And then everybody else seems like they're pretty cool. They're going to develop well. Abdul Carter be the only one we're going to have to put out some major money for. But yeah, we're good. Let's go ahead and get this next game lined up. That was the final trade. The season's going to be over, so you can't trade in the playoffs. So let me go ahead and turn that back off because I don't know how that works. I think we had to turn it off one year because it wouldn't go off during the playoffs or whatever. So trade deadline will be enabled, and then after the game it'll pop. We got some upgrades. Let's see who's getting upgraded. Cooper DeJean, I see you, Coop. I see you, Coop. They're asking, do I want to do zone or man? I mean, he is he's a better zone than he is man coverage, and I want him to develop to 90. So let's do zone. That's what I'm talking about. Cooper DeJean on 91. Let's go. He running as a 91. Let's go. Let's go. I hope they up his rating soon. Conrad Monroe, our X Factor stopper. He's been crushing on the run stopping. We're going to put him as an 86. All right, new ability unlocked for Connor Monroe, form tackler and crusher. I don't want that heavy fatigue penalties. I don't think forced fumbles. Yeah, let's go with forced fumble. Well, no, let's go with something because I'm not going to be controlling them. So let's go with prevent additional yardage. I'm not worried about the fatigue part. Let's go with the secure tackler. Let's go with faster inside stuff. Okay, make them a little bit better. Okay. All right. So now, let's go ahead and get the depth chart set. This is going to be the depth chart that we move forward with for the season. Right? So it's going to be me and Jay Hurts. We're going to be the only quarterbacks. We're going to run it. That's how good of quarterbacks we are. We only need two of us. Let's see. Wide receiver. Wide receiver can get back to running the way they are. Tight ends, T-Mac is in. And Tyler Warren will be on the bench. Left tackle's good. We didn't trade anybody there. Neither left guard we did. And then right guard, Lindstrom is back. Okay. Wait, is he injurable? Because he has a moderate injury. Moderate means he's okay. Left edge. Okay, left edge is looking good. Right edge. Ramirez, I want to replace Ramirez with, no. You know what, leave Ramirez. Okay, so Nolan Smith. All right, so Abdul does in 98. So Nolan, let's see, where are they difference at? Play recognition, okay. Block shedding. It's only by a couple numbers. I would let Nolan run on the regular and then bring Abdul on the rush. So we're going to do defensive tackles. Jordan's up to a 98, which is great. Ramirez up to a 96. Dex being the slower, we're going to keep him as a nose tackle. Chanel's now on the team, so we can bring him in, so we can use Connor somewhere else. Kobe's back on the team, so we can use him as a leader. Cornerback looks good. Cornerback looking good. Free safety looking good. Strong safety. Kicker. Punter. Rush left edge. Rush right. Defensive tackle rush needs to be Ramirez. Carter's back. Nose tackle needs to be Jordan Davis and Dexter Lawrence. Sub linebacker. Slot cornerback. Put my man Travis Hunter up there. All right, cool. All right, we ready to go. We ready to go. Oh, wait, let me see what they got. Chris Olave, Justin Reed, and Tyler, that halfback. Okay, cool. All right. They had 83, too. The Saints done really got up there. Okay, what y'all wearing? Y'all blacks? Okay, we wearing our whites. Okay. That was simple. Let's go with multiple. Oh. Let's reset that. Let's go with multiple defense. Run balance. They got anybody in the X Factor room? No? Superstar? Chris Olave, Algier, and Santos. All right, let's get it. We can also turn this light down a little bit.
And now, please welcome your 2028 New Orleans Saints.
Look at this Saints. Wow.
On the away sideline, going to look at the Thunderbirds head coach. His side, one of the hottest teams in the league over the last few months. They've won 9 of their last 10. On the opposing sideline, that's the Saints head coach. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins.
Turn the middle.
Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you up here in the booth, and we've got safety Justin Reed handling our opening kick.
Quarter
Here we
Barkley.
go on EA Sports.
Good cut.
He's got a lane up past the 30.
Good cut, Saquon.
Sets him up almost at midfield. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be led out by this dual threat
That boy
quarterback.
cross to the Vancouver Snowhawks and Michael Wilson. Some picks to Carolina for Damian Lewis.
Posted unbelievable.
And that boy cross got to get 700 yards or he getting traded.
To rise league-wide. He reached heights rarely flown to in league history. It took volume, sure, to get him there, but also an eagle eye to see everything out there perfectly. He and the rest of us, we can only hope that he comes close to...
Along the right sideline, there's space.
It's called right off the bat.
The Thunderbirds take a 6-0 lead right away. So some fireworks there to start this ball game. Brock, one play, and we already have our first touchdown.
And this just may be the kind of game it's going to turn out to be. Both teams have such quick strike ability, but boy, on the other side of the field, the coaches have to be wondering why this team wasn't ready to go. That's a big letdown to begin a football game.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Thunderbirds will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Now also, if that boy cross does not get 700 yards in this game, Jalen Hurts also will be traded to the Carolina Panthers. Because that boy cross is an OG, and I'm giving him a quarterback to be over there, so he's not over there with a quarterback. But then again, I might not be able to give him Jalen. I'm going to have to give him Jalen, my boy. I'm going to have to find him somewhere else. I might go and get Lamar Jackson. Because Lamar playing for the
out as a former fifth rounder from South Carolina.
That boy's still in
and
here.
before that,
Be something different about
Oklahoma,
giving Spencer Rattler.
Okay, this is
I
one
mean,
of those
nothing against Rattler.
situations where a quarterback
But I'll
has
probably
just
give
gotta
him
say to
Lamar
himself,
Jackson.
poised.
That way he has
Be
a,
poised.
and I get to keep
Yeah,
Jay
your
on
team
that way
just
he has
gave
a
up
good
a big ball
quarterback
on the other side,
of
and
the
you
same
have to get
rating.
it all back in
It's
one play like they just did. You gotta go out there
Stop.
poised, do your job.
Oh, let me get my kneecap too.
no progress on first down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Ah, caps.
Job one, so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off.
Yeah, I think I'll go get Lamar for him if we don't get him, and that'll be Lamar Jackson who comes to the NFC to the Panthers. Cover 3 Skywalk.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rattler. Gets this one to Algier.
Stop. Third and
He's
4.
tackled after gaining a handful.
You talking about
It's a
cross?
must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock. But when you're going to start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of
Cover
answer.
1.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't
Yeah.
need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
From the gun on 3rd down. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It sure seemed like he
Cover
knew
6.
exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 from the 43. Here's a handoff for Algier. Now all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking
Cover
for a
3
guy
foul.
who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
That's to the rookie out of TCU.
Cover 3 Sky.
Inside the 35. Good opening drive to this point. They've got another 1st down at the 34. Shotgun snap to Rattler. He keeps it and takes off.
Kid, if you've heard me say
Got a little legs to him too. Okay. Cover 1 Robert.
completion. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But the Nets, the same thing. Keeping this offense on schedule.
They bring Olave in motion. 2nd down carry for Algier. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up. Line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock.
And the nickel blitz too. I don't think he wants to see it coming.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
That's what I'm talking about.
The end of that blitz. I'm talking about.
Landed on top of that one.
Way to shut him down, gentlemen.
Maddox Trujillo on to handle this field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Kick by Trujillo is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They weren't able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
I don't think he kicked.
Reed now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
It's the halfback stretch.
Offensive line. Here we go. Here's the one back on the handoff. He will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it.
He had double cross.
Trying to work quickly now.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard
1st down. Play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd
Number
down.
6.
17. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds a man, right side. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And they're going to have the 1st down now.
1st and 10.
Two set of downs from 37.
Called
The
timeout.
Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. And after using an early
Don't
one,
normally
2
see
left
that.
for him to spend. New set of downs from 37. Pass play on 1st and 10. Cut out left. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Complete to number
Offense
0.
working quickly.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Saints' 28-yard line.
They're going play action. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
All right, halfback ISO right up the middle.
So now they have 3rd
He
and
was
short.
defended by Julian Blackman.
He'll try and pick this up on the ground. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
I'm talking about CJ.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Back to throw now. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's losing speed. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That's out on a bootleg. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, would have been a big game.
Couldn't really set my feet.
But they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
Doing a fade smash.
Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep
Dolphins
his
look like he got a runner
put
on
in
him.
the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
His hand in there and breaks it up.
Good defense.
Touchdown denied. It's going to bring up 4th down. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. So while they're in the huddle, partner, we've arrived at the end of our 1st quarter. Still a 1-possession game in the early stages. Back to the Superdome of Caesar.
Oh, the depth chart. We got some good people back there. We got some rookies. We got some just drafted guys. The practice squad is really filled with all rookies.
He puts
Hidden,
one through the
some hidden,
uprights,
some
and now he'll
superstars,
send it towards the other end
some
zone.
normals. I think I got like 1 or 2
Going out
normals
of
on there,
return.
but I traded for a good practice squad.
Gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's New Orleans offense ready up for its 2nd.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
right, y'all. We are back to it. Sorry about that. So let me see your team depth chart. He asked about 4 questions. I don't think he's here anymore. Sam edge 3.
Following that score. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Gets on. Come here. Good defense.
Trying to hit his fullback there. And it sets up second down.
Sam blitz 3.
Tight end right. Rattler trying to get on second. Connects with his back. Algier. And he's got a decent
3rd and 4. We'll go fire 3.
They go getting set for 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Throwing his Rattler.
Good defense.
Numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Miles just get ready to trade that boy across in the wind. Hell up getting no damn 700 yards in the game.
Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down.
If I could, I would, but I ain't never got
here,
above 5 or 6.
10 from the 34.
I'm gonna win this game, so let's try and get this.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. This is across midfield. Stop him at that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they'll ball this up after a 4-yard gain. Jack Kaiser who got out of the tackle.
40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Sent to the ground by a defender and incomplete.
Oh, I'm down.
For the highlight reel,
Oh, I'm down. I'm injured. I'm down. I'm not getting up.
Called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up.
Oh, Big Jalen is on you,
They
Big
just
Jalen.
wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week.
Big Jalen is on you, Big Jalen. I'm hurt.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Don't get him, Hurts.
Here's the backup. First throw. Complete beyond the
Catch.
and they bring him down around the 34. 6-yard gain on the play.
It's a gain
And
of
that gives
6.
him a first down.
Back spasms. Nothing major. Hurts, you got it for the rest of the day. That's why I'm not getting rid of my man Jay Hurts. It's a two combat system. You got it, Big Hurts.
Change. Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Drive play straight ahead. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone.
I'm trying to
Running
hook
the
on my
offensive
man.
max speed here.
MFW Wagner, where's he at? Right there. They're doubling
A
down.
gain of 13 yards.
Throwing now on first down.
Thunderbirds.
Looking slant route complete.
No
This
help.
play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Everybody rushing back to the line.
Brings
That
up
PA
2nd
boot.
and 1.
Hit him with that PA boot.
Headed out right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Halfback
He went for
slash.
it all right there. That was a
Wanna
highlight
get
reel
CJ more
waiting to
yards,
happen
too.
if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him
Let's
on
go
the
to Z
first and goal.
spot. Dolphins for life. Right there.
First down, Honolulu.
Hurts looking to throw. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete.
Hurts pass.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. On the move, headed right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown. The
Good
Thunderbirds
run,
take a
Cross.
13-point lead.
Good
It's
throw,
plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Yeah, it'd be a clear only option on Carolina. I'm assuming
Now
him
they'll see if
and
they can tack on one more.
probably Lamar Jackson. Oh, he said he wanted Bryce Young.
Point
So
after splits the upright.
I'll send him and Bryce
The
Young.
Thunderbirds double their lead to 14.
17. Saints 3.
They
And
put a
then also
touchdown on
because
the
I'm
board,
sending
and
him
now they'll send it away.
Bryce Young, I'm also going to put T-Mac
Kelly,
back
not
at
a return.
wide receiver.
Kicks away from one.
And then Elliott Hankins back there. So I'm just going to give him
His offense set to go now.
that
They
boy
were
for
only
like
on the
a
field for
probably
3
for like
plays
a
their
bunch of
prior
picks.
series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Saints to the line now. First stay and 10.
Set, ready.
If I was still in the game, I could throw the
Getting on the
rocket
ground
play.
with Algier. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
One
scrimmage.
defender failed. Well, his buddy was there to swarm to the
Brings up
ball.
second and
Make that
10.
play just as it gets to the line of
27
scrimmage.
Cover 6 movie.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10.
Come on, set. 45.
Rattler to the air now. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Fairly safe to
Go
say
three,
is that
Scott.
ball is incomplete this first half so far. Well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
6, cut.
On third down, here's Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Defense.
And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
These defenders, they can just feel it. You're up a couple scores in the game, and you know what the other side is starting to do. They're starting to press. You're going to start to see a little bit more pass, and that's when these defenders pin their ears back. They get home, and they create havoc in a sack, just like that.
Gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Just 1 minute, 55 seconds left as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Caesar
I want to see how
Superdome
this
in
works.
just a moment.
Halfback slip screen.
First down throwing for Hurts. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about explosive
Go on,
speed so
baby.
often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be third and long.
There's the importance
He
of
is
staying
stretched.
in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On third down, it's Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline.
Catch
He's
line.
going to be driven out of bounds. The game gets this down inside the 35. So they'll head up here first and 10 from the 34.
18 on the play. And a Honolulu
Hurts
first down.
throwing again. Sends this to the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the
Dave
play.
Smith.
All right, still 10 to go here after they almost had an interception on first down. It's Hurts once again. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Brings up a third down.
Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Throw here, third down. He had a
Oh.
moment, but a great defensive play to John Moves incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do, try to force that fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
Just taking. Welcome to 51 Nights Community. Welcome to one of the best online communities available today, where you are appreciated. Thank you for your support. Welcome into the group, man. I hope you enjoy the
After the
stream.
field goal, they'll boot it away and put their defense back out on the field. Kelly now to return. This makes it up to the 25.
The Saints take over
The
Thursday.
Saints ready to return their offense to the field. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
33. Yeah, hut, go.
From the gun, Rattler. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one.
Complete
Offensive
to
line
Darnell
fast.
Washington. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Goes to the hurry up here.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Set, go.
They've got a man in motion. Here he goes. 3rd and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again.
Right.
Defense calls it timeouts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And he'll reel it on the punt.
Formation.
And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He's at the 45. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
At their own
This offense
47-yard
headed back to the
line.
field, led by their receiver. And he's in the midst of a phenomenal season. Right now, you can see he's 2nd in the league in touchdown receptions. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw, Hurts. Finds his back complete. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Complete to
Offense in the hurry up now.
8
One
yards
dive.
on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 44-yard line.
Running for the marker on 2nd. He still has room inside the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Thunderbirds get more points to end a lopsided first half.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point set right down the middle. The Thunderbirds make it a 24-point ball game.
Saints 3.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Kelly now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Come for a drop.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Good running here on 1st down as he works his way forward for about 8.
Cover 9 shows
Just
too.
before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
So we've reached halftime
Stop.
in a lopsided contest so far.
Go, my
Let's
boys.
hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Just hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. The story is halfway told. Let's see what the back half has in store as we get started in the 3rd quarter. Kelly now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Saints offense ready to start this 3rd quarter. In that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this 3rd quarter.
Cover 4 palms.
Ready. 52 bull.
Here's Rattler, 1st and 10.
Damn.
And he just
I'm trying to break the sack record. This one will keep running away from me.
It brings up 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until it plays like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Shotgun snap to Rattler. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what
Cover
the
2
best tight
trap.
ends will get you.
It's caught. Pearsall has it. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play.
Cover 3 buzz
There's
match.
a little love for it to have come earlier as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the first
Good
down.
for a Saints. First down.
Now a handoff to Algier. Great work there to avoid the tackle. The rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
Right at the line of
Nothing
scrimmage.
doing on the last run.
Gain
It's
on
2nd and
the
10.
play. 2nd and 10. At the 40-yard line.
Line up the design keeper.
What's it, Jack? Who the hell you think you running on, boy? Who the hell you think you running on, boy?
After that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football.
I'll tell you this, Kate, the duality of quarterbacks in the league today continues to amaze me. It's remarkable how well they can throw it and run it. But in that case, when you turn into running back, what do you got to do? You've got to protect the football at all costs. He doesn't, and he gives that defense an extra possession.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in 2nd place. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
Halfback dive.
Sending him on the dive. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
The tackle made at
Moving
the
quickly,
Bulldogs.
trying to get set again.
A 3-yard pickup.
Play action, Hurts has it.
2nd and 7.
Buying some time right. Moving right. And in he goes. for
Right,
a
I'm not
touchdown.
gonna go get that one, bro.
The Thunderbirds push their lead further to start the half.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run. Because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. The Thunderbirds continue piling on to this lead.
Saints 3.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Kelly now to return. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. Here comes the Saints offense. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Rattler setting to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the
Hot
field.
blitz
It's
3.
2nd down.
Hit him with the hot blitz 3.
Cooper and DeJean on the coverage.
45. White.
Rattler back to throw. He's not going to be able to escape when down he goes. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This overwhelming pressure as he sacks after sacks after sacks. Let's build this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Got after him. Edge blitz
This
straight.
offense looking to convert as they come up on third down.
Ready.
Third and long for him here. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much at training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Secures this at the 17. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Thunderbirds and this running back headed back out for a new series. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they place upon him. Here we go now. Time to start this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Escapes the defender. He's up at the 4-yard line as they hold him down. 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds every big gain now down inside the 15.
That's another.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
On the play.
From the red zone on first.
First down.
Into traffic, complete.
Big AJ in triple traffic. That's right. That's your zone.
Offense up to the line fast.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And that one doesn't get him much, even maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
He's brought down by
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet,
It's
but
a
if you
gain
see
of
a
a
bigger
yard.
play on the ground
Brings
later
up
on,
3rd down
largely
and
be because
2.
of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Touchdown.
That's right, Dolphins. What did you want?
Firing onto the scoreboard yet again. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after is the upright.
Pass the ball back. Offense playing well. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Saints 3.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Kelly now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Saints come marching onto the field. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take
Behind the line of scrimmage.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, who gotta have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you've got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Solid game there, Brock.
Linebacker sting one.
They've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Trying to pick it up with Algier. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. 8 yards on the game, and the drive continues forward.
Gain of 8. And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
4th and final quarter. I'm probably going to call this one the game tonight. I'm going to do a couple trades, though. I'm not cutting it off right away. And then we'll chop it up about some things as well while I'm doing it. Cover 3 buzz press.
1st down from the 42.
Ready, ready! Cougar 19!
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Hits him on the out route. And this one doesn't go far.
Hey, Kate, you know
Pop blitz
the
too.
Seahawks calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short route like that, but just stay on top with the deep threat.
And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it, third down.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz. He
Cover
felt
three
to
Scott.
pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down. Looks like at that 37-yard line.
Cover 2 trap.
Offense up to the line.
Excuse me, cover
First and
2
10.
trap.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Algier running behind center. Wasn't a fan of what was ahead there. Bounce outside, doesn't fare any better. Gets a lone yard in second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. Here we go.
They send a man in motion. Second down pass play coming.
Good defense. Okay, Dell got about 5 sacks, I think, today.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. The type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
10-2.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. Third down.
Ready? Set up. Cowboy 80.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it.
Defense.
The play they wanted, it's going to be fourth down. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Thunderbirds returning their offense and this running back to the field. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense. More
Cool
good numbers
flex.
well into this second half. On first and 10, it's Hurts. Has it downfield working the left. He's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of the yardage broken off that
Cross
game.
and catch.
He's running the offense at max speed here.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Thunderbirds.
We're going to Bell on this one.
Go play action on first down. Rolling out to his left. Next on the crosser. And they do get him down.
Okay,
Damage
well.
is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to bring up first down.
And a Honolulu.
With this lead, keeping the
Watching the
pedal
corner,
down.
looking at you cross.
First down throwing from Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Well, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. That's Julian Blackman. And the Saints take over on his 5th interception of the season. The great work by the defense there. Block coverage, keeping this tight downfield, even as he extended the play. And as a result, they pick up the INT.
And the eyes were bigger than the stomach on that throw. It was as if he was committed to it right when he left the pocket.
The rush is too much.
I mean-
There he goes. Nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
I think we've reached the point in the game, Kate, where I gotta make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Down in 18.
Cover 6, Willie.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the
Stop,
first.
guys. Stop.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up third down.
Edge blitz.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Saints trying to do some window dressing.
Cover 9, show 2.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Come on, come on.
Looking in the air here. This gets the first and more. And he's brought down in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Free safety zone
Fresh set of
blitz.
downs now from the 39.
First and 10 at the
Throw here
39-yard
on
line.
first. Setting up the running back screen. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Brings up second and 9.
Still sticking with the passing game. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and on third down. Third and long, and throw. He loses the football. But I believe the Saints got this one back. Got the silver win on top of that one.
Gain of 6 yards.
Good hit, y'all. Good hit.
Hands are tied. Gotta have it on this fourth down. Putting a receiver in motion. Desperation time here on fourth. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Go wing. Zone left
10
side.
to 32.
On downs.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Up the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. 20 yards on that play. That'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They're going to pass it here. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. Great run here. He's across the 35. And he has this all the way down to the 29-yard line.
A gain of 19
A new
yards.
clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings.
PAD.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Knocked away. That's going to be incomplete. Defender there. That brings up second down. You never want to overlook those Mike backers when you're throwing short, Brock. So often it's those guys.
Double
not the
cross
corners
to
or
see if
the
we can get
safeties.
Wagner or one
They're
more
the
on
ones
the
in
way
there
out
breaking
the door.
those up.
Or
And
life.
so often, these linebackers of today, these middle linebackers, are just oversized safeties. They can really run and play the ball as he just did.
Ah,
It's incomplete.
41-3.
Kept the pedal down though the whole way.
It's a great
Still
game.
taking shots until the very
great
last play.
game. The end of the season,
So
16-1.
hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. Well, Brock, the playoffs didn't materialize for them this year, but at least they were able to rally together here in this final week and close the campaign out with a victory.
Yeah, you know, once those playoffs are out of the picture, your focus really becomes building some hope for next season, ending things on a good note and getting people excited about your tape and what's to come in the future. And in this win, we certainly saw some of those moments and make me excited to see them chase the playoffs next season.
So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Thunderbirds as we say so long from New Orleans.
All right, before we jump a week, that boy Cross requested if he does not have 2,000 yards, he wants to be traded. So I have to go and check. Dolphins for life. So I'm talking about getting better and better. He gonna if that boy is leaving, Dolphins the new number one. Let's see here. He had just shy 1,392 yards and 17 touchdowns. But just shy of what he wanted. Was he the only player that finished with 1,000 yards? So we were spreading the ball around this year. Joe Bento's Life had 823. MFW Wagner had 683. Jai Plays had 648. Nova Campbell had 552. T-Mac had 449. Warren had 435. Dolphins for Life had 382. A.J. Brown had 362. Devontae had 181. C.J. had even 141 as a halfback. Our fullback had 24 yards. C.J. had 3 touchdowns. Devontae had 2. A.J. Brown had 4. Dolphins for Life had 8. Tyler Warren had 4. T-Mac had 4. Nova Campbell had 10. Jai Play Cod had 7. MFW Wagner had 7. Joe Bento's Life had 13, and Dolphins and that boy Cross had 17. So, yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. First, we're gonna go find Bryce Young before the trade window closes. We must go and find the guy Bryce Young. I don't know where he is. Okay, Bryce Young is a quarterback of the Colts. I'm not using none of my picks or players. This is a requested punt player from the Colts. So we can go ahead and grab Bryce Young. And then we are going to grab a random guy. Devontae White. Grip him up, the defensive tackle. And then we're going to look to go over to, who was it he was on again? He was on the Colts. So we're going to look to go to, we in free agency. We're going to look to go to the Colts and we're going to trade. Oh, did I trade the deadline, turn the deadline off and they turned it off? I think because the deadline's off. Oh, no, here it is. What am I talking about? Okay, so Colts and then Bryce Young for this guy. And then we're going to see if we can get this first. Oh, wait, hold on. The trading is not active right now. So I don't know if it's going to take effect. I may have to go to the playoffs and then do the trade. Because the trade deadline's on. They said that they didn't want to trade anymore. They said nobody. That boy Cross announced his trade deadline at the last minute. So let's do Colts, Bryce Young. All right, and let's see if the window is still open and available. Okay, window has been reactivated. They didn't want to go for the first. Didn't want to go for the second. Didn't want to go for the third. Do the first next year. Didn't want to go for the first. Didn't want to go for the second. Went for the third. Okay, so now we have Bryce Young. And then we're going to return Bryce Young back to his original position. Alright, a quarterback. And then we're going to go into the Panthers. And we're going to see who they have over there, roster-wise. Because I have not seen the Panthers really all season. Okay. Got some pretty good people over here. Byron Murphy Jr. He's a cornerback. Okay. Jamison Williams. Clayton Townsend. I remember Townsend. They got Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's still going. Yeah, there was nobody that I was like, okay, I need to like, well, let me see something. Is Dallas still going? Well, he's in his 9th year. Dallas is in his 9th year. He's still a top 9 defensive tight end. But then, how many people am I over? If I'm over 1, then that means how many tight ends do I have? Yeah, because if T-Mac is about to become a wide receiver again, or do I need to make him a wide receiver? Yeah, I'm making him a wide receiver because once that boy leaves, I'm only going to have 5 active wide receivers. So then I'm going to be down at tight end. So I could also get Dallas Goedert. I would say get Dallas Goedert in that deal as well. But wait, don't I have a young boy? Oh, that's because I put Hankins, right?
I gotta have 4 tight ends. All right, let's do the deals first, and then we'll see what we want to do. First off, we're doing Bryce Young to the Panthers. Two first. Okay, and then we'll do a fourth, 2 fourths. Let's do a third. Third and a fourth. Two fourths and a fifth. All right, we got your 2 firsts, and they got Bryce Young. Okay, now let's come over here to the wide receiver room, and let's go. How was that boy Carson's motivations? Yeah, he wanted more money, wanted a different scheme fit, and stuff like that. Okay, so let's come into trade away. Let's go to Panthers, and then let's put up Dallas Goedert. All right, so we do Dallas Goedert, and we're going to run him first, bro. No first? I'm going to need all the first left over. Let's do a 5th in 2029. All right. And they got that boy Cross, and I got, let me get a picture of this just in case that boy Cross asks me. I got that boy Cross on the Panthers, and I got 4 first-round picks and a second-round pick for him, and Dallas got it. So he's over there, and now we have 5 wide receivers. We have too many tight ends. We're going to bring T-Mac back to being a wide receiver now that boy Cross has went on to the Panthers. And then we have 4 tight ends now. Dallas Goedert is down a bit. Are we still over? Nope, we're not even over. And we have all the people we need to have. We have, like I said, we have T-Mac back at wide receiver. He's going to even it out for us. And then left edge and right edge is running good. Defensive tackle is good. Carter's back. Dexter Lawrence. Linebacker's good. We got good standing linebackers. We are down a cornerback because I got rid of Aziz Alzir. Oh, and then also I said I was going to send T-Mac back to the Panthers as well, so I have to go and grab a cornerback, and the one that comes to mind to me is the one I had before, the guy that I had, the young boy. And he is right about here. Thomas. He's playing for the Saints. Okay, I would definitely give you a first-round pick to pick him back up. How about a pick in 2030? Okay, how about a first year and a fourth year? First year and a second. All right, we got our wide receiver. We got our cornerback back that was helping us. And now we're going to trade T-Mac away. Oh, wait. How many wide receivers would that leave us with? Wow, it's going to leave us with about 5 wide receivers. That's enough. Trade T-Mac to the Panthers. Is there anybody over here I was trying to pick up? Jamison Williams is actually pretty good. Very good speed. Very good wide receiver. Let's do Jamison Williams. And this second here. And that third. Will he grow here? Warm Mother State franchise quarterback, yeah. I think it would work. Take some of the picks off. I don't actually need him, so let's just do the picks. Wait, let me see something real quick before I trade him away. Who do I have on the practice squad as a wide receiver? Cesar Morales. He's been on the practice squad for a while. Pretty good numbers. Good speed. Doesn't really want to be here though. What I would say we do is, this is what I'm gonna do before the league year is over, because I can always send somebody down to like the practice squad or something. How many wide receivers everybody else running? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna run with the 5 wide receivers because I feel like let me see what is the college what is the wide receivers for this year's draft looking like? Okay, so there'll be some pretty good guys, but nothing like super major or whatever. Is there? Oh, there was a rookie. Let's go, because I can always put up like 3 or 4 first-round picks to try to get him. So let's just go ahead and trade T-Mac for like whatever picks they have. Let's go with a second here. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. You serious? 2 seconds. All right, they want to screw the Titans over, the Panthers over. Okay, so now there was a wide receiver, Burris. I would like to be able to pick him up before the season's over if I can, but that's depending on if they're going to be willing to trade him. A lot of times, teams that find X Factor players are not really looking to trade them after the fact. I think he plays for the Buccaneers. No, he plays for the Bengals or Browns, one another. All right, here we go. Burst. Went up to a 92. Let's see. They have no trade offer packages. They're looking for a right edge. I would say offer him the number 5 pick. Okay. How good is he? Okay, he's a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. Historic championships we have and head coach win percentage. I'm willing to offer number 3. No? Okay. What about this? I'm willing to offer you a straight-up trade of just Dexter Lawrence for this guy. No? Okay, what are you looking for? Okay, how about this? I'm willing to offer you a straight-up trade for Will Anderson Jr. for this guy. Okay. How about Will Anderson Jr.? Because I don't really have much allegiance to Will. How about Will Anderson Jr. and... How about Will Anderson Jr. and the number 20... No, you know what? Let's do this. How about Will Anderson Jr. and a 29 from next year? A little bit of interest. How about 11 from this year and Will Anderson Jr.? How about 5 from this year and Will Anderson Jr.? How about 5 from this year and 29 from next year? Okay. How about 5 from this year and 27 from this year? We cooking. We cooking. 5 and 11. 5, 11, and 2 seconds in the 4th. Okay, so it would possibly have to be somebody looking for. They like Will. I know he good and everything like that, but that's way too much. And I'm just looking to secure. Do I need to secure a wide receiver? I don't technically need to even really secure a wide receiver. It's just with the 5. I mean, I have 4 tight ends, right? Oh, okay. Well, I can always use a tight end to drop down as a wide receiver. Because most teams are running what? But they're running light on tight end. Yeah, most teams, I bet you most teams that have 4 tight ends most teams don't even have 4 tight ends. So here we go. The Browns have 4 tight ends, and they have 6 wide receivers. So, yeah, they're thinking the same way I'm thinking. Hell, who got 2? The Chargers got 2. The Jets got 4, and then they have a lot of wide receivers as well. Okay, yeah, so that one from the Browns or the Bengals or whatever that is true. That's a little bit overpay. It was nice to see. I like shooting at trades to see what would happen. Jalen Waddle. I think I picked up Jalen Waddle at one point, but he didn't like being here. Yeah, because he wants where he is, top of the depth chart scheme fit. He's happy where he is with the Dolphins. Really, I wanted to make a splash, kind of like a last-minute splash before the season starts. I mean, I know they wouldn't trade me Justin Jefferson, but it's worth a look. I haven't had Justin Jefferson on my team in probably 5 years. Oh, so they're asking for 3 first-round picks to trade him? So basically 2 first-round picks should get it done? How about a 29 in this year's draft? 11. How about 11 and another draft pick in, say, 29? And a second. I'm good. Check on Justin just to check. And then, let's see. You know, really, I'm a big fan of DK Metcalf. I'm just trying to understand, if I brought DK over here, wouldn't I have to, I'd have to get rid of somebody. I would, and then also, I think that, I would have to get rid of somebody. And Dallas Goedert, he's about to be how old? 33 years old. That's cool because he can play the wide receiver route. Okay. I'm gonna stop it here. I don't want to make any. Let's just make a trade to call it made a trade because we already know what the playoffs is gonna look like. So that ain't nothing new. So instead of me losing the ability to trade and having to extend it even further into the playoffs, I'm gonna take these basically, from what I could tell, 6 hours that I've been streaming. Oh crap! I'm gonna take this basically 6 hours I could tell that I've been streaming, and I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Now, if everything goes as according, I should be streaming tomorrow around the same time that I started up today, and we will be looking to play the playoffs of Madden and see where the off season goes and all that sort of stuff, and see where we stand. Let me find out. I was one sack short of the record. That'll be wild. Like, I think that's what happened too. I think I'm one short of the record. Let me see. Oh, no. Yup. I was one short of the record. I was 22. Strahan had 22, finished with 22, and I finished with 21. One more sack, and I would have had the all-time record. But, in the season. But it was a good season regardless. And then Nova Campbell had 20. I had 60. I had 72 touchdowns. It was a really good season. Really good season. That boy Cross, I know, is up there. Where is he at? Receiving yards, he was up there. He had 1,300 yards. Finished with 1,300 yards. 49 receptions, 17 touchdowns. Really good season. He basically almost had the most yards in the whole entire NFL. So, but yeah, I don't want to make any rash decisions. Like, let me hurry up and just make something now to have it over with. So I'll think on this trade, and then what's going to happen is, now that we're done the games, if I'm not mistaken, okay, now that we're done the regular season games, what happens is we can go into the playoffs, just to get you a picture of the playoffs so you can understand. I am in the playoffs. So is Green Bay, the Cowboys, the Cardinals, the Rams, the Falcons, and the Giants. And I have the first round bye out of the East. And then the Ravens are in with the Chiefs, the Jets, the Patriots, the Bengals, the Titans, and the Chargers. And the Ravens had a first round bye. So we will see what will happen on this year's playoffs. I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for giving the brand a chance, just to kind of wrap some things up. Just like chopping it up wise before we got here. So I don't know if you remember, but basically the podcast will be in situations like this. If I can give my information, my opinion on certain things. Basically, I feel that, number one, if you haven't already, try out the Xbox One Gala X. It's a great handheld. I'm probably going to play mine a little bit later after I get something to eat. Then, at the same time, I would say also Fable looks like a great game if you haven't checked that out. This was coming out from Xbox a little bit later this year. And things like that. As far as the podcast format, when I sit down and make a podcast and stuff, to be honest, I think I understand more because, I started doing this almost, basically 10 years ago type thing. I understand more where a lot of these guys that do podcasts don't do what I did today. You know, they do 3 hours. Like, I did 3 hours and 30 minutes just in the stream alone, right? But at the same time, in the other stream, I did about 3 hours. So that equals up to about 6 to 7 hours worth of gaming. Now, I don't normally guarantee that I can do that every day. But at the same time, majority of the time, I'm a husband, but I don't have any kids. So at the same time, I'm able to have more free time of my own. And I've been hearing this a lot where people have kind of been saying, oh, you know, well, I have a kid, so I can't do this. You know, I can't finish a game. And that's cool. I understand that. But for me, I can. So with a lot of these games, like right now, I'm trying to find out if Fallout 76 that I have on my handheld is the same one that I have on my console. But I have to figure that out. But where I was going with this was, it just kind of showed me that, you know, there's podcasters and there's game streamers. And as a game streamer, there's not really a lot of time left over for me to edit. Because, like, right now, it's literally, like, 10 o'clock at night, right? So if I was not doing this stream on YouTube and I shut it off, I would have to stay up till 1:30, 2 o'clock trying to edit this video to put it out before the next day goes past and it flips over. That's including, hopefully, that no news comes out before the next video comes out. So I have a deeper respect for those guys that, you know, find this information and edit these videos and all that. I'm going to pause the game streams and pause this review technology website, and we're just going to focus more on these game streams. Expect longer streams. As you can see, like I said, today was 6 or 7 hours, you know, so everybody's crying for it, and now you're getting it, you know. But at the same time, I also want to say that, yes, I'm still going to be like Fallout 76. I'm still going to be playing that. Elder Scrolls Online, still going to be playing that. But I feel that right now is best held by Madden. I'm really feeling it football-wise, and I also want to see where the playoffs go in the offseason. So be sure to stay close if you haven't already. Be sure to join the 51 Dynasties over here on TikTok, over there on YouTube. I am also present on X. I am working on the Discord. When it does get available, please be sure to ask me about it, and I will give you my honest opinion. Hopefully you have a good rest of your night. Stay blessed, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.